Hi, love nuggets. Oh, I missed you all. Welcome to Hippication. For those of you who are turning in for the first time, this is Hippication. I'm Nikki. This is your one-stop shop for all of your hippie education needs. Here we talk about anything and anything that has to do with spirituality, enlightenment and awakening, nutrition for high energy, plant medicine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I like to call my people around me little love nuggets because you're all out there spreading some love. So welcome, welcome. I missed you all. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather. As you can hear, my voice is a little bit gone. I didn't get a video out last week, which is amazing because I had decided that I wanted to talk about the secret of happiness. And given the fact that it was Thanksgiving last week, you would have thought for sure I would have gotten a video out. I had the most amazing opportunity to actually volunteer quite a bit of hours the weekend before Thanksgiving. And I knew what I wanted to talk about, but then I was given another opportunity to volunteer on Monday, and then the week just kind of got away from me, and then the holidays. And I just kept saying I was going to do a video this weekend, but then I got really sick. I'm just getting over it, so I apologize, but I couldn't let a whole nother week go by without checking in with you love nuggets, so here I am. So this is what I wanted to say. I think that I have figured out the secret to happiness. And I'm pretty sure if you asked 10 different people, you would get 10 different answers as to what the secret of happiness is. And I'm sure for a lot of people, that would have to do with money, wealth, power, success. But I don't think it's any of that. I think that the secret to happiness is actually being of service, volunteering, giving of yourself. And I think the reason for that is when we give of ourselves and we volunteer and we do something good for somebody else, we are, without even knowing it, practicing gratitude. And I think an attitude of gratitude is the real secret of happiness. I've been reading a lot lately about, positive thinking and the positive psychology movement. And there are so many studies that are coming out about gratitude and how gratitude can rewire the brain. I was at a parenting seminar a couple weeks ago, and I forgot the guy who actually coined it, but they said what fires together wires together. And when we learn and we relearn gratitude and to see good things, our brains actually change the way that we perceive things. So, as I said, I had this opportunity to volunteer. When I first started volunteering with this organization called Caring Patriots, it was one guy, Mike Cozy, who had an idea that he wanted to feed some some at-risk veterans, some hungry veterans. I did some work with another organization that does homeless veterans. But Mike wanted to put together a food basket for Thanksgiving. And it started off pretty small and grew to about 250 veterans. This last weekend, we packed 10 full grocery bags filled with food, and then 2 more with non-perishable food, and then 2 more bags filled with fresh produce and eggs and bread and milk for over 1,000 veteran families. Can you imagine that? 1,000. It has grown so much since I got involved with this organization. I was trying to figure it out. It's been at least 7 years that I've been doing this, and it's grown to my whole family does it. Me and my kids. My oldest one doesn't do it as much anymore, but he did it when he was younger. And my little one he's 11, and he looks forward to this weekend and loves it. So, all weekend, I was just absolutely overcome with gratitude. One, that I'm in the position that I'm in my life, that I don't have to count on the goodwill of others to feed my family. For the fact that my husband, who is a veteran, has finally started to get some of the help that he needed. to overcome some of his issues that the military left him with. That I had this unbelievably beautiful, warm home to go to, and my family was healthy for the most part. And when these veterans came to pick up their food baskets, to see the look on their faces with how much they were just grateful, some actually crying. Some, this was the first year that they had been involved in this program, and they were expecting to pick up a turkey and maybe a bag of food. They had no idea that they were receiving such an enormous blessing. And I started to think about gratitude. And sometimes, my family can accuse me of being a little bit of a Pollyanna, where I'm always looking at the bright side of things. And some of my friends think it's crazy that I trust people the way that I do. But I definitely go by my gut instinct. And I have made some really good friends by listening to my gut. But I think that it's not always been easy for me to see the good in people and to be grateful for the opportunities that I have. So I was doing some reading, and there is some amazing research that has been coming out. There was a study that was done at Cambridge, there was a study that was done at Harvard, and talking about gratitude and gratitude journals. They found that if you can write 3 things in a gratitude journal a day for 21 days, it actually rewires and awakens different parts of your brain. Even after you write in the journal, let's say that you did it for 21 days and then you just stopped. Even months later, those parts of your brain are far more active. And the study participants reported being far more satisfied with their lives and happier in general. So a gratitude journal can be anything from, your 19-cent back to school spiral notebook to a beautiful leather tome. It doesn't matter. I think that when we write 3 things down a day that we're grateful for, we start to look for the good things in our life and not just become focused on the bad. I know for me, when I wake up on the wrong side of the bed and I am just crabby, I'm just foul mood, and it's nothing particular. I just am bleh. And I go through the day, and it seems like every situation that is put in front of me is a cause for more anger and angst and frustration. And then there's those days where you wake up and you feel like Mary frickin' Poppins, right? You feel like and you're going through the day, and all the street lights are changing to green, and traffic's light, and the person before you ordered the wrong coffee, so the barista gives it to you on the house, and everything's just perfect. And things keep falling into place more and more and more. And I wonder, there's a whole lot of idea about the law of attraction and that energy, and I am wholeheartedly a believer in that. But at the same time, I believe that we have to account for the fact that you could be as positive as you want to, and some people's lives are just hard and difficult. And there's a whole idea of victim blaming and the whole positive thinking, just got to be positive thought process. And we can go into that another day. But that's actually a great topic for another day. But when you look at things, do you attract the same energy that you're putting out? Or is it just that when I'm in that foul mood, I miss all the good things around me and I can just focus on all the bad? Or when I'm in this happy, beautiful, life is rainbows and sunshine, that the things that on another day when I'm all pissed off would make me so angry, just oh yeah, whatever, it's okay. So which one is it? I don't know. I think that I have trained myself to look for the good things in life, so therefore I see more good things. I think that when you give yourself the opportunity to give of yourself, when you volunteer, when you do things for somebody who is less fortunate than you, it changes your perception. I would look a lot of times as a single mom years ago, and even just as a mom now with an amazing partner, that I would get frustrated by the everydayness of life. You know, just the, again, rinse, wash, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat, vacuum, laundry, go to work, come home, make dinner, homework, bedtime, try to make good humans, try to find time to meditate, try to find time to connect with my partner. It would get very overwhelming sometimes and feel very mundane. But when I would start to look at it and go, oh, I have to clean the house, it was like, wait, I have this great house that I have to clean because I have money for cleaning products, and I have money for this roof over my head, and I have all of this stuff, which that's a whole nother video too. But I have this stuff because I have a good job. That exhausts me, but maybe I need to make some changes. But I looked at it instead of being like, oh, work is so stressful and so tiring. It was, oh, work helps me provide for this life. So I challenge you, start a gratitude journal. Maybe your life is pretty trying right now. Maybe you're exhausted. Maybe it's a challenge for you to come up with 3 things that you're grateful every day. I know there's definitely some times when, you know, the highlight of my day was getting up in the morning and taking that first sip of coffee. The house is still quiet, just a little bit. Nobody's calling me mom yet. Nobody needs anything from me. I'm not yelling at anyone to get ready. I'm not yelling to make sure that everybody has everything they need for the day. And for a moment, I can just hear myself, and I can sip my coffee, and I can look out the window, and I could go, and maybe that was my best moment of the day, because I've had those days, for sure. So I'm going to leave you with that. My voice is really starting to go. So again, as I said, please, I challenge you to do something nice for somebody this week, and start a gratitude journal. Start just 3 things, 3 little things. It could be as easy as the light changed, or traffic was late this morning, or my coffee tasted fantastic. You know when you have those days when your coffee is the exact right ratio of coffee to cream to your sugar, or in my case, stevia. You know, you just taste it and it tastes like freaking magic. Those mornings are the best. All right, so you tell me, what are you grateful for? What are you going to do for somebody else? What did you do for somebody else? As we go into the holidays, we have to remember that we sometimes absolutely drive ourselves into debt and drive ourselves crazy coming up with the perfect gift. And we want to prove that we love somebody by spending ridiculous amounts of money. Maybe it doesn't need to be all that. Maybe we should start giving from our hearts again. But all right, this is going a little long. I didn't intend for it to be this long. I need to go rest my voice, and thank you for being here. I missed y'all. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you hit the little bell so you know when I post a new video, and I promise it won't be 2 weeks till my next video. I'll get one out next week. All right? Let me know. What do you want me to talk about? All right. Good night, love nuggets. Take care of each other. Love you.